Hello everyone, my name is Kaseem. Welcome to the $1 Million Challenge. So in today's video, we are going to talk about stock splits. We have some few stock splits that are quite exciting. I find them very exciting, and we're going to talk about that in today's video. So let's get some basic things out of the way first, okay? Basically, stock splits fundamentally does not change a company. When companies do stock split, it usually means the stock price is really high in the eyes of everybody. Like for example, Amazon's stock price is at $2,000 as compared to another company like Apple, that the stock price is at $100, $100 and something, right? When you're looking at a stock price that is like $2,000, you're like, whoa, this stock is high, it's very expensive. But what happened is companies decide to break up the pie, okay? And I'm going to show you what that looks like in a little bit. And I'm going to talk to you about all the companies that are going to do a stock split that I'm excited about in today's video. This is a perfect example of what a stock split is in one picture. Think of a company, right? Think of a company as this whole pie right here. The whole pie is the company. When companies do stock splits, what that basically means is that they are cutting all the slices into tiny pieces, right? They're cutting it into tiny pieces. Instead of having a big chunk here, a big chunk here, they're cutting it into very tiny pieces. And that's what they're doing with their entire company shares. Okay, that is what essentially a stock split means. Now, in the case of these companies that we're going to talk about, I'm really excited about them because these are big companies that we all know and we all love and we all use their stuff. Some of us love them, some of us hate them, but at the end of the day, we still use their products, we use their services, whether we like it or not. Let's get into some other companies that I'm going to touch up on in today's video. So a perfect example of what a definition of a stock split is right here. You can pause it, you can read it. It's pretty simple. Stock splits occur when companies divide up its shares to lower the price and increase the overall numbers of shares available. Companies typically splits their shares when the share price has gotten very high. That is a very simple definition of what a stock split is. And then with the example of the pie that I did earlier, I think it gives a better illustration of what we're talking about in today's video, what a stock split is. Now, this particular article that I'm looking at right here, it's basically trying to focus on 10 companies. Now, I'm not focusing on all those companies, but you can see they have one here. It's a research company. I've never heard of them. $716 million company. They're doing a 3-for-1 stock split. That's cool. I've never heard of them. So we're going to skip on this one. We're not going to talk about those. Now, the first big company that I'm excited about the stock split is Google. Okay. Stay tuned. I'm still going to do a deep dive into Google, where we're going to break down every single aspect of their business and just do a little bit more research, just a deep dive into Google. Right now, Google is a company that we all know, right? They are having an exciting 20-for-1 stock split. 20-for-1 stock split. So what this simply means is that if you have one Google stock right now, I'm going to put the price of the Google stock, whatever it's currently worth, while I'm editing the video. If you have that Google stock right now, let's say $2,200 when they wrote this article, right at the bottom here, right? That's what the price is when they wrote this article. Now, what's going to happen is, if you have a full one, $2,000, what's going to happen is this stock is now going to give you 20. The company is now going to divide that one pie into 20 pieces, right? you're going to get 19 more. So you're going to have 20 stock by the time that they finish up or their stock split that they're looking to do. And the reason why this is good for like retail investors and people like you and I is that we couldn't get into Google at $2,000. I certainly couldn't get into it. By them splitting the stock right now, right? The stock price would be worth like $100 and something dollars, maybe $150 or something like that. If I do the calculation, yeah, they have it right here. $113 per share. That's how much the stock will be worth after the split. Now, what if, just what if, right? What if the stock price of the entire company, right? The market value, what Google is worth, if someone was to buy the whole of Google, what is worth at the time of this article is $1.5 trillion. What if that goes to $2.5 trillion in the near future? Maybe in 10 years, it goes to $2.5 trillion. Maybe in the next 20 years, it goes to $3 trillion because they're doing artificial intelligence. They're doing self-driving. They're doing all these other things that they're doing. What if Google price go to 3 trillion? Now, what's going to happen is the stock price that is split, that now is now worth $113 per share, that you can buy at $113 per share. That means if it goes to 1,000, if it goes to 2,000 again in the future, then you're going to gain a lot of money. You're going to create wealth for yourself that way. That's how people make money in the stock market. They buy for one price, wait for it to go up, and hopefully they sell it for a higher price. Or they just keep the stock and just keep borrowing money against it. Okay. So that is one thing that is quite exciting about Google. I think Google is going to be here for a minute, even though they have all this legislation trying to break them up on all these things. But I think they're going to be here for a while. They're not going anywhere. And, their reach is becoming bigger. Look at all their business services that they have. They have Chrome, Android. Android is actually like an operating system. You have the Google search, they have Map, they have email, they have YouTube, they have cloud, they have all these different G Suites, Google services. They are in so many places, and their hands is in so many business that I think they're going to be here for a long time. And a stock price of $113 could be the opportunity, right? $115 stock of Google, $113 stock of Google could be the opportunity that you and I need, right? To be able to get into the next wave. If Google goes to 2 trillion, if it goes to 3 trillion at some point in the future, because you can never say you could never get there, because Apple did, and Apple and Google are roughly in the same business. I would say Google is even more than Apple, but Apple is just a cash cow, and they're good at advertising. But anyways, so yeah, my first exciting one that I really like, that I'm going to be buying when the stock split, I'm actually going to make an effort to put $2,000 in when the stock split. It's Google. This is why I'm excited for a stock like Google, okay? Because I did not have the chance to accumulate, and I wasn't serious about my finances back in the days when Google was very cheap at a couple $1 billion. Now, Google is at 1 trillion. Who knows? Maybe it will go to 2, maybe it will go to 3 trillion in the future. Who knows? But this stock split provides an opportunity for someone like me, because I don't have much of the shares. Now we have the stock price is currently at 2,000. It's currently at $2,277. I don't even have a full share, but once the stock split happen, it's gonna bring all this down. It's gonna bring down my cost basis, and then I can go in and start buying the stock at a cheaper price. So the granddaddy of them all, the next big one is Amazon. Okay, Amazon currently right now, they're doing the same thing as Google, right? They're gonna have a 20-for-1 stock split. So again, everything that I said earlier applies. If you have one full stock right now, which the stock price at the time of writing this article is $2,107. Now that might not be the current price. I'll put the current price right here while I'm working on editing the video. But like right now, one share is going for $2,000. When they split this stock again, it's going to be roughly the same thing as Google, right? It's going to be $13 roughly. Oh, this one will be 101. This is an amazing thing, When Amazon stock price is like $100, $120, people are able to buy in. Every week you can throw in $100. Every week you can throw in $100. You're able to buy into like this juggernaut of a company. Now, as we all know, Amazon, they are going to be here for a while. They're not going anywhere soon. They're going to get better. They're going to get bigger. And this 1.7 trillion, again, in the future, what if there's a chance it can go to 2 trillion? It can go to 3 trillion, So your $100 stock could very well in the future turn into $2,000. Now, what if you have 100 shares? What if you have 200 shares? What if you have 300 shares that you've accumulated before it gets to 2,000 again? And if it gets to 2,000 again, that could mean that, Amazon will be at like $3 trillion. Who is to say that they're not going to get there in the future based on, all their businesses? Now, all these videos, these stocks, I'm still going to do a deep dive into each one of them where I'm going to talk about what they do, break down everything, just do a deep dive into them. I really love doing those deep dive videos. Same thing with Amazon, right? I have Amazon in 2 sections. This is under my tech sector of my portfolio. I have this $75 on this section right here. So I have it under 2 part of my portfolio. I have it under the tech sector and I have it under the consumer sector. And I have 84 on the consumer and 75 on the tech sector. So not that much as a whole for like, Amazon. I have 107, almost $180 in there. Now, once the stock split happen, I'm going to be putting a set amount of money across those stocks. Maybe it would be like, I still have to think about it, look at my budget and see what I'm going to do. But it will probably be maybe anywhere from 100 to 500 on a weekly or monthly basis that I'm going to be putting into those 4 stocks across the board that I'm quite excited about the split. Okay. And the money will go into this stock after the split. But yeah, I'm excited about Amazon. This is a stock to own. What more can I say? So the other one that is also very, very exciting is Shopify. Shopify is exciting as a stock. Okay. They are the engine of e-commerce online. They make you, the individual, creating your own store. They make it so easy. Using all their plug and play platform, they make it so easy. Now, if we go up and down the list, I'll be talking about Google first. I'll be talking about Amazon first before you accumulate shares with Shopify. Okay, that's just my take. That's just what I believe. But let's take a quick look at Shopify right now. They're worth 40 billion. They're doing 10-for-1 stock split. So if you have 1, you're gonna get 9 more. So you're gonna have 10, right? The current stock price is $318. And let's see where the stock would be once the split happens. So I had to quickly check that on the calculator since they did not put it in the article anywhere. But it's roughly $31. So it's gonna go from $318 to roughly $31. Again, Shopify is a big company, big engine for the internet. As long as the internet is growing and people, try to buy and sell things online, Shopify is going to be a big player. And if they start splitting their stock from $318 to $35, and plus the stock used to be so high before, it's gone down a lot in the past few months. So Shopify is definitely one that a lot of investors should be keeping an eye on. So I'm very much excited about Shopify. I think Shopify over time they're gonna do well as well. Again, I'm gonna do deep dive into this video, so my opinions could change on these companies because it's currently down 80%. I have to look. I haven't researched this much, but I'm gonna look into it more to see why it's down by that much and if I agree with it or not. But either ways, right? It's down 80%. The company is a big company. When it comes to e-commerce online, if you believe e-commerce online will grow, then you should believe Shopify will recover and grow as well. But I need to do more research into this company. Either ways, I'm excited to buy it at $30. Right now it's at 363. So I'm excited to get it at $30. The granddaddy of them all, the big boss of them all is Tesla. Okay. Tesla announced that during this year's shareholder meetings, like when they have the annual shareholder meeting, which will be in the summertime, they are going to put it on the books to ask shareholders to vote if they should have a stock split. Now, as an avid Tesla follower, I'm actually going to be voting for that this year. I want the stock split to come in. I want Tesla's stock price to be at like $15-20, because that means once all this market turmoil goes away, they start putting in their numbers, or the factories start coming up. They announce new factory, they announce new product, they're doing what they're doing. If we have a Tesla stock price at like $20, $30, $40, then the thing can easily go back to $200, $300, $400, $500 again. So if they do like a 20-for-1 stock split, I'll be so excited about that. But they have not announced any date yet. They haven't announced any date that they're gonna do that stock split. So we'll see. That's they have not announced it. That's the current market cap, and I believe Tesla is a company that's supposed to be worth, in a couple of years time, they're going to be worth $2-3 trillion, $4 trillion as well, because of all the things that they're working on. So a stock split for Tesla is going to be a godsend, a gift from heaven, for a situation like this. If Tesla would do a stock split, I swear to God, I'm probably not going to do YouTube video for like 6 months, okay? I'm telling you guys in advance now, because I'm going to be doing everything I can to make some more money to buy those stocks at the cheap price. I'm excited about Tesla if they do another stock split, and they said they are looking to do that during, after the annual shareholder meetings. So we'll see what happens. So as you guys all know, with my Tesla updates, go check out the last one that I did. I'll leave that video here. You should go check it out. Very insightful. But yeah, like this company, I'm very bullish on this company. And right now is currently at a discount. Is up by 25% for me. But in my previous updates that I did, at some point it was up 280%. So this company has dropped a lot, and I'm also buying it as it's dropping, because I believe the company hasn't reached its full potential just yet. So I keep on buying. The company is at $800 billion and $713, down $60 today. And I have 29 shares, almost 30 shares. I'm so excited for the stock split for this company. Very excited. Again, with the strategy that I'm doing with this stock split purchases, I'm not purchasing them until after the stock split. So, and with the one with Tesla is still in limbo, right? We don't know if it's going to happen yet. We have to wait until after the annual meeting to see if it's going to happen. If it's going to happen, that would be great. I'll be able to purchase some. and keep growing my share count. And if it don't happen, then that's also okay. I just won't purchase those. But I have 4 companies that I'm excited about with this stock split. And the 4 companies that I've just shown you guys is Google, Amazon, Shopify, and Tesla. Those 4 companies are the companies that I'm more excited about when it comes to stock splits and everything like that, and when it comes to all that stuff. So I'm excited with it. I think this is a great opportunity for people that never had the chance to be able to get in at the beginning. When these companies were just a few billion dollars, now they're worth trillions. And just if there's an opportunity that they're going to be worth 2 or 3 trillion, I don't want to miss that. So I want to be a part of those stocks, especially Google, Apple, Shopify, Tesla, all of them. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to not be a part of it. So yeah, those are the stocks that I'm excited about. Those are the companies that I'm looking to buy the stock, as soon as the stock split happen. I have it on my sticky notes on my computer right now, which I'm going to keep an eye on it every day. I'm going to buy a certain amount of all those companies across the board. And I want to have maybe, a decent amount of shares in all this company, 100, 200, maybe up to 500 shares in all these companies that are now worth 100 and something when they split. Okay, because what if it goes to, they double their market cap again? Market cap meaning the value of the company. What if the value of the company doubles again? Okay, if it doubles again and you're buying at this prices, you could create a huge value for your portfolio. And in the future, you don't have to sell it. You can always borrow against your portfolio to be able to accomplish whatever things that you want to do in the future. Because the rich never sell anything. They borrow against their assets. The rich never sell their asset. They borrow against it. So that is it for today's video. I appreciate you for watching. If you like content like this and you want to hear my takes on some of these financial topics, I appreciate if you give the channel a sub. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. So please do your part. Give the channel a sub. Help a brother out. But anyways, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've learned something in today's video. If you have, comment down below. Let's chat. Maybe there's some things that I'm missing. And if you want to add your comment to it as well, I will appreciate it. Anyways, that's it. Until next time, see you later. Love you all. Bye.
Louisa.